Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Beetlejuice, and this movie is directed by Tim Burton, and it came out in 1988, starring Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Alec Baldwin, and I literally almost didn't even recognize him until the credits rolled, because he looks so different. It's like, that's not what I'm used to. But anyways, I enjoyed the movie a lot, and I've seen parts of this movie before, but never the full thing, and it was pretty fun, I'll say. And the stuff that I liked in the movie, I like the tone of the film a lot, and I just got finished talking about Field of Dreams, and it's really funny watching two movies that are about dead people, but the tones are completely different. And this movie, was something that I had a lot of fun watching, and it was also kind of fun to see how everything played out, and what this movie is kind of known for. And I always knew Beetlejuice as a character because of the parts that I have seen of this movie, but I didn't really know how they played in the context of the film, what mattered in the film. And watching the movie, now I get what's going on in the movie, and, well, kind of. There are things that this movie doesn't even bother to explain, and I think that's a good thing, because if it had explained it, it would just turn into something that would be a lot more stupid, and you would be constantly thinking about things that you don't need to be thinking about. Like, how does the living of the dead work? How does it operate? All kinds of things like that. It gives hints of that, but it doesn't, constantly tell you, how things work. It doesn't go through every single rule. They tried to do that, and then they just give up. And that's part of the comedy in the movie. And I did think this movie was pretty funny at points, and especially with Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, I thought he was great in the movie. He brought a lot of humor to it, and the physical performance that he brought to the film, I thought that was a lot of fun. And everyone else was good in it too. And I really liked Winona Ryder. I thought whenever her character was on screen and she was interacting with the two main ghosts of the film, the previous owners of the house, I thought that was really good, and I really enjoyed those scenes a lot. And you felt like they were characters that got along with each other. And for me, that was the heart of the movie. It was those three characters, well, four characters actually, if you include Beetlejuice, and the rest of the stuff is decent. For the first half of the movie, I was not really that into it. I was just okay, I see what's going on here, but I was just confused as to where's this going? What's going on here? What am I supposed to connect with? I can't really spoil the movie, or at least I don't want to, because I do think it's best that you check this movie out if you haven't. But anyways, something happens in the beginning, and I was okay, it's establishing all these different rules, and we're being introduced to this world. And as cool as it is, visually speaking, what they're able to do, it was kind of a bit exhausting for me, because I had no clue as to where we were going with this, and it didn't feel as though the movie had much substance in the first half, whereas the second half, it actually had a hook for me. I was into it. I was okay, this I'm invested in, and it started to move along at a pace that was acceptable for me. And I love the practical effects, except there's some really bad green screen in the film, and some stop motion looks kind of dated, and there's stuff that doesn't look great in the movie, but there's still a lot to appreciate in this movie. I do think the music in the movie is really good. It's catchy and fun, and it complements the tone of the film. And Danny Elfman composed the score for the film, and I just felt as though I should mention that, because he does the scores for a lot of Tim Burton movies. I don't know which ones he has done and has not done, but there are ones that I do know for sure that he has done. And overall, all the best stuff in the movie for me was in the second half, and that's really what I'm going to remember this movie for, is the second half of the movie. Well, the first half has its moments, and it is kind of fun. It's nowhere near as entertaining for me as the second half. So definitely check this movie out if you haven't already, and I'm sure most of you have, because this movie is pretty iconic, and I guess I'll just talk about this really quickly. I have no idea what they're going to do with the second movie. And it's literally going to come out just under a year by the time of me recording this. So, we'll see what happens. And apparently Michael Keaton's coming back. Winona Ryder, I believe, as well. And, yeah, don't know what they're going to do with the sequel. And also, I haven't seen, like, that animated show that, I don't know, like either came out before or after this movie. I couldn't tell you, and I've never seen it. So, even less for me to say about that. Who knows what they're going to do with Beetlejuice 2? I just hope it's not terrible. It doesn't, like, ruin anything that this movie has done, so... Anyways, check out Beetlejuice 1, because I think it's really good. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Beetlejuice a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Beetlejuice, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Secret of My Success. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.